for being here. Today, we'll be sharing our Capstone project, Q Companion, and how our team reimagined the solution for customers using the AI assistants. So we are a team UnityX. Along with me, we have Mansi and Theekshana. So for the content, today we are going to go through some of the sections that we have designed for this presentation, not in detail, but we will touch on all of those things. So we have prototype at the end. If the time permits, we can run through the prototypes as well. So before we begin, I would like to talk about a story which will help us to understand what kind of problem we are trying to solve. Imagine you are taking your family out for your mother's birthday celebration and you pick up a cozy coffee place and hoping for a simple, happy moment. You try to place an order and the menu is unclear and employee is not helpful and unsure, and the drink that finally reaches to your table is not what your mother wanted. Her excitement goes away and a small celebration, slips into a disappointment. While we empathize, with the customers, but we also need to empathize with the business owners because they are going to suffer a lot because they are going to lose the customers. So this tiny scene captures the kind of problem we are working on.
So let me start off with the introduction about our project. So, as Abdul told, many small and medium businesses want to offer great customer service, but in reality, they do struggle a lot. So, to stay consistent, so employees feel rushed, always have the not much information they need, and pressure leads to slow, unclear responses. So, we as a team, UnityX, stepped in by using smart AI tools to guide teams in real time. This helps to organize communication, reduces guesswork, and gives both the owners and employees more confidence during customer service. So, now moving forward, let's see our core problem statement. So the real issue isn't that the staff doesn't care, it's just that the system supporting are really weak. So because the training is always scattered, system is always unavailable, and which creates inconsistent experiences. This leads to slowdowns, confusion, blind spots, and after both customers and business are being affected by this. So now moving forward, we go to the objective of the project. That is, our goal is to make daily operations smoother for everyone. Employees get quick help during busy movements. Customer service is always reliable, and owners gain clear insights and to what's happening on the floor. So moving forward, we will have our research methods to design our direction. So first off, we started off with our literature review, which shows digital customer service is really weak. They prefer AI over simple tasks, but humans for complex issues. Key themes that included were from the papers we found were AI-powered service chatbot limitations, customer frustrations, and training gaps, which was also AI-based analytics for business. If you can see towards your right side, there's a graph that shows there's a gap between service quality and for any small and medium businesses. Moving forward, we started our primary research with one-on-one interviewing employees, business owners, and customers. And then we understood our goal and their daily challenges like communication gaps and overall pain points. From these interviews, we found few key insights like training boosts satisfaction, AI increases efficiency, limited customer interaction, need for real-time support. These were the main key points we got from the one-on-one interviews in the initial stage. And once we understood the needs, we wanted to go check the competitive analysis that the market is having right now. So we analyzed onboarding platforms, CRM tools, training system, and data analytics systems to understand their existing strength so we can implement them and the gaps between each market that has been used. Moving forward, we used synthesized mapping. So we synthesized the insights and we conducted our affinity mapping. We grouped insights into common themes. This allowed us to clearly understand how frustration align across different users. From these, we developed our target user groups, that is, business owners, employees, and customers. Moving forward, we started seeing the overlapping needs of our targeted groups. So the customers want personalized service while the employees have the training gaps, especially non-speaking English employees, and owners face too many responsibilities with lack of visibility of employee performance. So moving forward, we decided that we will be focusing for our solution, and the main target groups is business owners and employees. And from this entire research, we got to our key findings, which mainly revealed training gap awareness, operational overload, recoverable customer experience, work life imbalance, blind spots in customer insights, and poor training experience. Together, these insights showed us a clear, unified, efficient onboarding and support solution for our entire design journey. So, moving forward, we will go with the foundation of conceptual design.
Right. So while we started looking into the conceptual design, our design approach was grounded on the usability heuristic principles and a modular design system. Because we wanted to make sure that from the time we initiate our design phase, we wanted to have the better experience, which is usable, as well as a consistent visual language, so that people who are going to use our prototypes will have like a interaction mapping that is already established by their mental models. Now, from this design approach, we started working on the information architecture. So for information architecture, we have separated two different groups for different personas, like an employee and the business owner. And we specifically focused on the employee because here is the loop we wanted to have where we feel like what are the key things that an employee need. And it's like kind of an overall sitemap or information architecture we designed where we wanted to include the schedule management, training hub, where employees can be trained, as well as for the business owner, we wanted to make sure they have like an analytics platform and recordings of all the conversations happen between the employee and business on the customers. So this prioritized clarity, and we built like a low friction navigation, and so that people start using it immediately. Then we worked on the task flows. So we mapped end-to-end flows to ensure that we have an alignment between intention and action. So we went through three task flows that we wanted to design, and we reinforced progressive disclosure so that we can clearly see how these things are going to be used by our user groups. Now, with the beginning, we had idea like this is how our app going to look like. So this was our first ideation draft that we did on Fig Jam, I believe. We collaborated together on that. And then we did like an initial low fidelity wireframes to communicate our ideas with our user groups. So this helped us to gauge like is this the expectation of the business as well as the employees while they are catering the customer needs. Now, this is a shift that has happened here. In the beginning, from till the Capstone one, we thought that okay, we will be only doing a mobile app for our users. But during the summer break, we had a chance to show our wireframes to the user groups. We got their feedback, and then we understand that it would be little difficult for them to use. Therefore, we moved from standalone to we went through the extending the experience. Now we have like an AI integrated POS and a mobile app for an employee and a smart backend for a business owner. For this, the guiding principle we had was to create a value before usability. That's where the professor was suggesting that we made a shift. The shift was intentional because the employees and the business owner was not ready, or they would have not adopted this solution if it was not valuable for them. And due to this, we focused, on implementing the idea into the current existing application that are already there. This helped us to actually focus more narrowly, and we did a real world testing could be possible, and that was happened, and we could practically integrate the solution into the real time application already there in the market. Now with this, we started creating a storyboard. Even before we go there, we wanted to have like a storyboard so that we can communicate with our user groups. Can we play the storyboard?
John, a small business owner, recently lost his trusted employee who moved to another state. For the past few weeks, he's been running the business entirely on his own, taking customer orders, restocking inventory, and managing vendor calls. It's been exhausting, and he knows he can't keep up like this for long. To lighten the load, John hires a new employee, Natasha. She's enthusiastic but completely new to the food business. She needs time to learn the menu, understand what each dish contains, and know how to answer customer questions confidently. John begins training her, but the process takes up a lot of his time. He has to collect all the details himself and guide her step by step to get her up to speed with his previous employee. As a small business owner, he can't afford expensive training tools, and creating a detailed operations manual is just not possible with his busy schedule. One day, John has to step out for an important task and leaves Natasha in charge of the register. Since she's still new and lacks support, she struggles with a few orders and makes some mistakes. The delay frustrates a few customers, resulting in a couple of 2-star reviews on Google. John is disappointed. He knows these small mistakes can harm his business reputation, but he simply doesn't have the time or resources to train every new hire efficiently. That's when John discovers Q Companion, an AI assistant designed to help small business owners like him train and support their employees right through the point of sale system. With Q Companion, John can upload his menu, product details, and any FAQs directly into the system. The AI learns from this information and starts assisting employees during live customer interactions. When Natasha takes an order, Q Companion listens and provides real-time prompts, suggesting greetings, explaining menu items, and even recommending upsell options. She no longer has to memorize everything or rely on John's constant supervision. For John, this means less time spent on training and fewer chances for mistakes. He can focus on managing his business while knowing his employees have the guidance they need at every step. Within a few weeks, Natasha grows more confident, customers are happier, and the reviews start turning positive again. Q Companion doesn't just train employees. It empowers small business owners to deliver consistent, high-quality service without added stress.
All right. So let's get back to the presentation.
Yeah, just a second.
All right. So because we now have like a three different layers that we wanted to solve, like one AI in POS for employees, which will help them to guide the customers in the real time. We have like a smart backend for the owners, so that they can upload their all the documents that would be required, and a POS can consume that information. And mobile app, if an employee still needs some training, we could also give those trainings to the employee using a mobile app. Now, for the impact, because all of this was created to create an impact. So we wanted to create an impact on employee if they have like less stress and they have a clarity what they're working on. At the same time, the business owner gain a visibility, like what kind of decisions that he needs to take in order to run the business smoothly. And the ultimate benefit will be given to the customers because they are going to get a smoother experience with fewer breakdowns, as well as they will have like a consistency with the brand expectation. Now, With the double diamond framework, because we were debating in the team that should we do this change or should we go with the mobile only application. So since we were kind of converging the idea, so we converged on a system that can connect and interact with the employee as well as the business owner. And then we worked on the updated information architecture. So in this architecture, we have made quite changes, because for the POS, we have not made any changes because we wanted an application or an idea that can be implemented in the current existing POS. So not much changes. But on the back end, we have definitely added a new feature that can be implemented in current POS that are out there in the market. So we added a feature called Q Companion, which will have like training sessions, configurations, knowledge base, and overview section. Similarly, for employee mobile experience, we have created a mobile experience for them where they can take a particular training on a topic that they are not very good at, and then they can interact with an AI to train themselves how to talk and how to have the small conversations to make the consumer or the customer comfortable. Moving on with this, we have like a task flows and storyboard for each task flows. So now the task flows is for business where they set up knowledge base, as well as we have like a task flow and a storyboard where a business owner can go back and go through the dashboard to see the performance of their employees. So I have added the storyboard and prototype at the end. We can look at it like if we have some time. But moving forward, we made similar task flows and storyboard for employees, how they are going to handle the customer experience using AI, as well as if they got some training assigned by the owner, they can also use that in their daily time. Now, yep. So in the iteration phase, we went through multiple iterations. We had a different concepts in the beginning, but as we moved on, we have changed our design a lot. So let's move forward with the POS screen. So here, the one of the first decision that we had to take whether we want to keep AI, the Q companion feature. Like a floating one where an employee can take it, but that would be blocking the entire screen. Therefore, we have like a dedicated AI chat box from two-column layout to we made it like a three-column layout, and we have dedicated the space. We have also given the text prompts to help the employees. And to make this entire experience live, we have added like a live listening animation that makes employee more live with the customer, as well as they are comfortable that AI is still, in the loop of helping them. And now with the Q Companion, I am just going to give you the one screen demo over here, like where we are categorizing this overall Q Companion into 4 different sections, like tabs. We have overview to give the user like a welcome when they are coming for the first time. And then later on, we have like an empty state where we can show them the overview stats. At the same time, we have like an introduction section, which gives like a overall view of how this feature is going to help them. Now, the next screen is on the overview of this entire section, where we have the knowledge base, where a user can upload all the menus that they have. If they have any employee management catalog or employee training catalog that they use to train, they can upload that. And that upload can happen either in text, files, or if they have any website that they want to refer, maybe their own website where they have all the information of their about us, they can simply copy and paste it, and then AI can consume all the information. And then once it's ready, the Q Companion will give you the heads up that they are ready to go live. And in between that, there is a section configuration, because we wanted to have a section where AI behavior can be managed, because different businesses cater different user groups. Like some businesses cater the younger audience. So the AI behavior, the kind of response they would generate to help the employees is completely different versus a business that caters to the elderly people. That entire experience is different. So we wanted to give a personality to the AI, and that we have done under the configuration section. Similarly, at the last screen that we see for Training Hub, the system, by default, here the POS is generating a couple of videos that could help the employees to go through, and a business owner can assign this, like the basics of POS, how to manage the customer experience, how to talk to customers or take their orders. So all those things could be part of the Training Hub. Now, moving down, so we give a lot of attention to the dashboard that we have designed because this is very important for the business owner. So we gave like a metrics, like upsell conversion value, like what is the upsell that an employee has done while they are trying to sell a coffee. Maybe they would have paired it with some cake or croissant or something like that. So that upsell value is really important for a business to grow. Also, because this entire AI conversation is happening with the consent of an customer, and we want to see how the adoption is done by the customer. Are they agreeing to, do the AI recordings of their voice? So that metric is important for them. And what is the positive sentiment? Like, what is the sentiment of the customers? Are they happy? Are they sad? Are they angry? Are they frustrated? So all of these sentiments can be analyzed by using the LLM models available now. And then whether the employees are adopting the AI very well in their day-to-day task. Are they following the prompts that are generated by AI? So that is something we gave like a key metrics that they can use to make any decisions. Apart from that, we have given like an employee performance breakdown. This will help them to understand which user or which employee is performing well. Are they adopting AI? Like how many times they missed? What is the value that they have created by using this AI? How much upsell they have done? So those key things will definitely help the employee to grow as well as the business too. And the final section that we have designed is the key insights. These key insights are actually very, very much loved by the our business owners because AI is listening to the conversation, is part of the conversation. They really understand like what is the customer's preference while they are given an option. Are they going with that option? So as an example, the customer responded well to dessert pairings. Similar upsell with beverages could lift conversion by 18%. So 18% revenue increase is a good win for a business. Therefore, they can add it to the menu. And now a business owner doesn't need to move and go back and add things to the menu. So AI automatically does the job for the business owner. Moving forward, we have like a mobile experience too. If an employee got any feedback on start training, so they can go ahead and go do the training, and then once they start the conversation, our AI helps. Okay, these are the few things that you should do. Greet your customers, ask what's their preference, recommend your favorite item. So that way, AI teaching the employee when they are not in the job. So, and they can get used to it. So, because this is a behavior that AI will be also doing while they're at the job, this makes a lot easy for them to understand how AI behaves. Now, for the Q Companion, we have done the high fidelity designs across for all the screens. We made sure that all of the screens are interactive, and we have like a rhythm to it so that and the user does not feel that they are out of place. Similarly, for POS, we made sure that it is adoptable by the users. So since we have tried to implement it in the current POS system that are already there, so that made our job way more easier because we didn't have to choose any color schema, or we didn't have to rely on any UI guidelines. So whatever the guidelines that a particular POS system had, we just adopted that. And similarly for mobile screens, we have like a high fidelity designs flow.
So this section focuses on how we evaluated our solutions. So our evaluation aimed to measure the usability, clarity, and perceived value of AI-assisted interfaces. We combine the quality methods like think aloud, testing, and storyboard evaluation, and the quantitative measures such as SAQ ratings and the SAS score. Uh, we conducted 2 rounds of usability testing to evaluate how well the AI assisted POS worked for the business owner and the employees. In the first test cycle, we tested the 6 participants, 3 owners, and 3 employees. After refining the design, we ran the second test cycle with another 6, including 2 returning users who let us compare the improvements directly. This iterative approach helps us to see what worked and change and what still need to be refined. So to collect the structure and consistent feedback, we created the detailed questionnaire for both business owner and employees. It covered 5 main areas: participant profile, task-based usability ratings, experience with POS and AI tools, perceived value and the pain points, and the comparison question between both the roles. This slide shows both the business owner and employees performed task accuracy and confidence, scoring between 4.5 and 4.9. Employees scored slight higher, likely because their workflows were more visual and guided. On the right, the pain point highlight the gaps like unclear next steps after uploading the documents and confusion around the AI suggestion. These insights directly shape the improvements we made in the next design iterations. So this screen is for the business owner. During the first test cycle with a business owner, we uncovered few key challenges. Many expected that the document preview for the upload didn't after the upload, but didn't see one, which caused the confusion. They also felt the flow lacked clear onboarding guidance, especially for the first time users. This insight showed exactly where the experience was breaking and helped us to identify the improvements needed to make the setup more guided. Based on that feedbacks, we redesigned the flow to be more guided and transparent. We added the document preview with an AI extraction summary so the owners can see exactly what system captured, and a cleaner step-by-step flow with the progress indicators. And AI assisted autofill reduces the manual efforts. So the next, from the owner's perspective, the knowledge base setup needed to be more clarity. So many didn't understand how to upload the documents, influence the AI suggestions. So clearer onboarding was essential. The add knowledge base button wasn't visible enough, and the table lacked helpful metadata and the sorting options. So, according to those issues, we redesigned the knowledge base and make it more intuitive. We added a more prominent add knowledge base button and the clear empty state with the guided call to action button for the first time users. And we improved the onboarding explanation to what to upload and why matters for the AI accuracy. We also redefined the visual hierarchy and recognized the table is easier reading and the management. So overall, the business owner reacted very positively to the solution. They saw the strong value in insight, especially those revealing employee performance, upsell opportunities, and customer sentiments. Many felt the AI would help them to make better decisions and coach their teams more effectively. So, this is the first testing round for the employees. So during this testing, employees shared that they often felt unsure about what AI was listening or generating the suggestions, and the flow between adding the items and following cues felt unclear in a fast-paced movement. So they also weren't sure which suggestions to prioritize when the multiple appeared. To address these issues, we made the AI more transparent and easier to understand. We added the clear listening indicators so that employee know when the AI is active, and suggestions were simplified with the labels icon and plain language description. And the real-time cues now very higher contrast and the optional alerts. In the second round, we learned that the same parts of the interface were difficult to use in a fast-paced environment. Some AI suggestions were too short and lacked the context. making it unclear to take any action. And even the selected items are hard to read, especially under the restaurant's lightning. So based on the employees' feedback, we redefined the interface, making the live interactions easier and more supportive. We added the label queue block so that employee instantly understand each suggestions, and we made upsell prompts more contextual. And we also cleaned up the menu layout, increased the contrast on the orders, and added the real-time queue update so that employee always know when and why AI suggestions appear. So overall, employees responded positively to the AI. Many said that no longer had to read everything, just scan the suggestions and keep the conversation flow more engaged, flowing naturally. And they felt more confident and more engaged with the customers and better supported during the busy moments. While few still needed a time to adjust overall, the AI made their workflow smoother and easier. So this slide shows how much our design improved from test cycle 1 to test cycle 2. In the first round, usability, clarity, and trust were all below the target, and users struggled to understand or rely on the AI. After refining the workflow and simplifying the communication, cycle 2 showed a major turnout. Every metric or exceeded our goals with the usability and trust, rising to 4.8 out of 5, showing the design is now far more intuitive and reliable. Here we highlight how we evaluated the system using a industry standard usability KPIs. Um, we compared the test cycle 1 and test cycle 2, the industry benchmarks. The improvements in cycle 2 validated that our redesign aligned with the real usability expectations. So across all the tasks, we reach a strong overall SAQ score of a 4.65. Overall, this result show that the design supports the quick understanding and confident task completion. Our SAS result shows the major jump on 11 points increase from the test 1 to test 2, moving from the good to excellent usability. This improvement came from the clearer workflows, better AI suggestions, and stronger onboarding. Both the business owner and employees rated the round 2 highly, showing the balanced value across the road. Overall, this reflects the strong progress towards the real product readiness. Our storyboard testing was the major win. Users felt the flow was clear and easy to follow. The AI communication reduced the misunderstanding and made the interactions feel more professional. With the satisfaction rating between 4 and 5, the storyboard clearly communicated the value and practicality of our solution. So our evaluation showed the strong improvements across all the usability principles. The biggest gain were in the explainability, collaboration, and trust. Users finally understood why the suggestion appeared and felt supported during the task. And users found the interface more intuitive and communication clearer with a minor request like a document preview and the better onboarding. Overall, the round 2 delivered a far more consistent and cohesive experience. In the end, the conclusion, we have added the limitations. So there are several limitations. In early stages, we lacked the real user input, which delayed the key insight. Um, Testing only the prototypes meant we couldn't observe the true POS conditions or a real time behaviors. We couldn't validate the AI accuracy, because of we didn't we have participated in the small testing. And there are the uh, sorry the recorded conversations introduce the privacy and the consent challenges. This gap highlights the more important areas for the future work. This project showed us that the small business don't need new tools. They need the AI that fits into what they already use. The testing revealed that the users value speed, simplicity, and the low mental effort. And AI only works when it feels non-intrusive and trustworthy. The early users' involvement and clear prototypes were essential for shaping the solutions. Most importantly, connecting employees, owner data, and the training into one unified flow created far more value than the isolated features. We face some challenge. There are some challenges while implementing this idea. So while this solution is promising, the real world implementation brings some challenges like integrating AI into different POS system that requires the custom work and the real time suggestions, demand the fast processing in the busy environments, the privacy, consent, and secure data storage add further more complexity. All of them, these factors affect how quickly the solution can scale in the real business. Now that we have defined the problems and shaped the content, we have the prototype. Here are the each prototype. We created the separate parts for the business owners and the employee along with their storyboards and their prototype links. So thank you.